Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce lateral, unilateral, bilateral, multilateral, etc. We'll go through a bunch of different prefixes and how to attach them to the word lateral. So first of all, the word lateral has a flap T for that T sound. So we, in American English, don't say lateral with a aspirated T. It sounds a little bit more like a D. If you think of the word ladder, it will help you because we pronounce it the same. This is a flap in the word ladder, just like in the T is a flap in lateral. And what I mean by flap is it sounds more like a D. If you think of ladder when you're saying lateral, you'll get it correct. It's just lifting up to the same position for the T and D sound, but our voice is on and we don't build up a lot of pressure. Not lateral, but lateral. Tongue goes up, tongue comes back down. What might be difficult about a word like lateral or all of these many variations on lateral is having to do the L and R sounds in the same word. If that gives you trouble, focus on starting with your lad syllable where the stress is, lad, and then add your breaking it down, lateral. So it might be helpful to put the D here in this syllable. I just like to write the word lad there because that helps you know that that letter A is the black cat sound. If the vowels are confusing to you, you can think about saying a word like at lateral or ad lateral to get that A sound correct. To do the earl, you have to go in and out of that R and to that dark L. Earl, lateral. You can get help for American R in our American R playlist and for the different sounds of American L in our videos for that. All of the sounds of English we cover in our Sounds of English course on SpeechModification.com, so that's a great foundation for any word you may wish to say. Then when we change from lateral to unilateral, we have a little bit of secondary stress here on this U syllable. So that means we're going to have a clear vowel there. This letter U also sounds like how we say letter U, so it does have that glide Y sound, just the same as the word you, the pronoun. So, and then our I here is actually an I sound, but I wrote it here with vowel schwa for you like because you just want to be really short and have a reduced vowel there. Doesn't really matter if I say unilateral or unilateral. I just want to have my length and stress here on the lad, so that unstressed reduced vowel is very short, unilateral. It can help you also to go slowly through each syllable and then speed back up to get the rhythm and the vowel sounds correct. Unilateral, unilateral, unilateral. Then when we change to bilateral, we have the I diphthong. Thinking about that like the word bi or bi might be helpful, and then adding your lateral, bilateral. Trilateral, same thing. We have the, again, the I diphthong. You can think about that like trilateral. Again, with the uni, bi, and tri, there's a little stress on those, clear vowel, but you don't really want to be making a lot of length there. You're always going to have the stress on the lad syllable, the la, unilateral, bilateral, trilateral. The only time I would put a little extra stress on that is if I was trying to make a contrast by saying something like, is it unilateral or bilateral? Then I might have a little additional stress to highlight the contrast between uni and bi, for example. Then we have quadrilateral. That has the the ah vowel, quadri, and then this letter I is either going to be a schwa or an I sound, just like the I in uni. It's going to be a reduced vowel, so very short, quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Multilateral has two options, so we can either say multi with that same diphthong like bi and tri, or multi, in which case we're going to have the E vowel. So multi, so thinking about that like multi or multi. I guess I'll write tie, like the noun, or I mean the verb to tie. Multilateral, or multilateral. In both of those, multilateral, I do tend to use that aspirated T, multilateral. It would be strange to use a flap. And we have a little bit of secondary stress here on the mul syllable. Then lastly, plurilateral is like having the word plural at the front, except that we move right into this L of lateral. So we have the plur, the letters UR say the sound. So thinking about that like plur, plura. So I'm gonna write that with this way of transcribing it, a schwa and an R, and the I sound. So thinking about that like plur, or plur, lateral, plurilateral. So hopefully this helps you with lateral and all of the different iterations we have of lateral. You can practice whichever ones you tend to use in some short phrases so they come naturally to you with that new rhythm and the correct vowel sounds. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day class, as well as later today we'll have our live question and answer class. That's every Friday at 12 o'clock Seattle time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. You can join by clicking the link and type your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. I hope to see you there. Thanks so much to those of you who have subscribed to the channel, and especially a big thank you to our channel members. I appreciate your support. We'll have our Sunday members class, and members, you can leave your questions at any time throughout the week, and I'll answer them for you on Sundays. You can also attend live to that class and ask me questions live. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you soon.